tea, watching all the people pass like you used to watch for me. The evening wears a soft blue coat, the streetlights start to glow, and every little shadow looks like someone I used to know. I tell myself it's over, then the rain begins to fall, and suddenly your memory is leaning on the wall. Love sits by the window, waiting like it doesn't know you're not coming back tonight. You left a long time ago. Love sits by the window, humming our old melody. I close the curtain gently, but it still looks out for you and me. I keep the room in order, like a guest might come around, but the silence knows the truth. There's no knocking, not a sound. Your chair is facing nowhere, your name is off my tongue. Still the quiet starts to sing the songs we left unsung. Maybe hearts don't understand the way goodbyes are made. They keep a little candle lit for someone who won't stay. Love sits by the window, waiting like it doesn't know you're not coming back tonight. You left a long time ago. Love sits by the window, humming our old melody. I close the curtain gently, but it still looks out for you and me. Someday I'll move the flowers, someday I'll change the view, someday this little corner won't belong to you. But tonight the glass is glowing with the city and the rain, and love is sitting quietly, whispering your name. Love sits by the window, softer than it used to be, not begging for forever, just remembering tenderly. Love sits by the window, learning how to let you leave. I won't call it loneliness if it still keeps warmth in me. So I leave the light on low till the morning comes around. Love sits by the window, but it's learning to sit down.
You left before the last note, before the song could end. The room was full of silence, where your voice had always been. I tried to close the piano, tried to turn the lights down low, but every key remembered what my heart refused to know. Some goodbyes are quiet, but they echo when they leave, and some love keeps on playing underneath the things we grieve. You stay like an unfinished melody, a song that never learned goodbye. Every time I think it's over, you come back in another line. You stay like an unfinished melody, soft and sad and almost mine. I keep humming what we couldn't be, long after the music dies. I hear you in the evening when the city turns to blue, in the little space between the rain and the memory of you. We were close to something golden, close enough to make it hurt. But love can lose its timing before it finds the words. Maybe we were beautiful because we didn't last. A song can still be lovely, even living in the past. You stay like an unfinished melody, a song that never learned goodbye. Every time I think it's over, you come back in another line. You stay like an unfinished melody, soft and sad and almost mine. I keep humming what we couldn't be, long after the music dies. If I could write the ending, I'd make it kind and clear. No more waiting in the silence, no more wishing you were here. But hearts don't follow sheet music, they stumble, bend and fall, and mine still plays your name like it never left at all. You stay like an unfinished melody, but I'm learning to let it fade. Not because I loved you less, but because I can't stay. You stay like an unfinished melody, a little ache, a little grace. Maybe some songs remain unfinished, so they never lose their place. The night is almost quiet, the last chord lets me breathe. I loved you like a song, like an unfinished melody.
The morning came with softer light, a little warmer than before. I opened up the window and remembered you once more. The breeze was almost gentle, like your hand upon my sleeve. I thought I had forgotten what your absence does to me. Some memories don't knock, they just walk into the room, wearing flowers, wearing sunlight, wearing everything like you. It's a season that feels like you, coming back out of the blue. Every street begins to bloom, and I don't know what to do. It's a season that feels like you, soft enough to make me cry. How can something so beautiful still hurt after goodbye? I hear a name in quiet songs, in cafes after rain, in the way the evening settles on the glass beside this distance, you still change the dark. Time keeps moving forward, but it circles back somehow. Every year I lose you gently, then I miss you all over now. It's a season that feels like you coming back out of the blue. Every street begins to bloom, and I don't know what to do. It's a season that feels like you, soft enough to make me cry. How can something so beautiful still hurt after goodbye? Maybe one day I'll meet this light without wishing you were near. Maybe spring will just be spring and not the ghost of us last year. It's a season that feels like you, but I'm learning to let it pass. Holding what was tender without asking it to last. It's a season that feels like you, still warm but not mine to keep. So I'll smile beneath the flowers and let the old love sleep. The wind came back this morning with the memory passing through. Just another little season that still feels like you.
The sky was clear this morning, but I woke up feeling blue, like some old cloud inside me had remembered missing you. I made the bed, I made the coffee, tried to keep the silence small, but every little drop of quiet started falling through the walls. Nobody sees the weather that I carry underneath. I can smile through the daylight while the storm is haunting me. When it rains in my heart, I hear your name in every sound, soft as jazz on a window, slowly coming down. When it rains in my heart, I miss you without trying to. The world outside keeps moving, but I'm still losing you. I don't call it sadness, I don't say I'm not okay. I just sit beside the window and let the evening fade. The street lights blur like memories in a glass of midnight blue, and every lonely melody finds its way back to you. Maybe love becomes the weather when it has nowhere to go. It gathers in the quiet and falls when I'm alone. When it rains in my heart, I hear your name in every sound, soft as jazz on a window, slowly coming down. When it rains in my heart, I miss you without trying to. The world outside keeps moving, but I'm still losing you. Someday I'll meet the rain without thinking of goodbye. Someday every silver drop won't look like your eyes. But tonight the piano's gentle and the moon is out of view. So I'll let the storm pass through me the way I could couldn't pass through you. When it rains in my heart, I won't run from what I feel. Some wounds only soften when we let them be real. When it rains in my heart, I'll keep breathing through the blue. Love may leave like weather, but it once made flowers bloom. So let the rain keep falling till the morning finds its start. I'll be quiet, I'll be tender when it rains in my heart.
I almost said I loved you over coffee getting cold, but the words stayed on my tongue, too afraid to lose control. You smiled across the table like you didn't have a clue how the whole room turned to music every time I looked at you. Some feelings don't arrive with fireworks in the sky. They sit inside the silence and learn how not to cry. Quiet confessions last longer than the ones we say out loud. They live between the pauses where the heart won't make a sound. Quiet confessions grow stronger in the corners of the night. I never told you I loved you, but I loved you all the time. I kept it small and careful, like a secret in my coat. Almost every maybe became a song I never wrote. You talked about tomorrow, I pretended I was fine, but every little laugh you gave me felt like something almost mine. Maybe love is louder when it never gets to leave. Maybe what we don't say stays the longest underneath. Quiet confessions last longer than the ones we say out loud. They live between the pauses where the heart won't make a sound. Quiet confessions grow stronger in the corners of the night. I never told you I loved you, but I loved you all the time. If I had been braver, would you have stayed with me? Or would the truth have broken what silence let us be? Now every soft piano, every glass of evening rain carries all the words I buried back to me again. Quiet confessions last longer. Now I finally understand. Love can live forever in a never-reaching hand. Quiet confessions grow softer, but they never say goodbye. You were almost mine for a moment, mine in my heart all this time. So I'll keep the words I owed you, where the old songs still remain. Quiet confessions last longer, like your name inside the rain.
You didn't raise your voice, you didn't make it hard. You held my hand so gently while breaking my heart. You said I still deserve love. With tears you tried to hide. How could something so tender feel like a goodbye? I almost wished for anger, something sharp and clear, but you left me with softness, and that's why you're still here. Kindness can be sad too, when it's the last thing you do. You love me while leaving, like you didn't want to. Kindness can hurt deeper than a cold and careless truth. It gives me nothing to hate and everything to lose. You folded up your sweater, left the key beside the door. Even in your leaving, you were careful with the floor. You asked if I'd be alright, like you weren't the reason why. I smiled because you needed peace, then cried after midnight. Some hearts don't break loudly, they dim without a sound. And the ones who love you gently are the hardest to live without. Kindness can be sad too, when it's the last thing you do. You love me while leaving, like you didn't want to. Kindness can hurt deeper than a cold and careless truth. It gives me nothing to hate and everything to lose. If you had been cruel, maybe I could close the door, but you were still my shelter, even as you loved me no more. Maybe someday I'll thank you without falling apart, but tonight your gentle goodbye is heavy on my heart. Kindness can be sad too, soft as an old jazz tune, warm enough to hold me, lonely enough to prove love can end with mercy and still leave a bruise. You were kind until the ending, that's why I still miss you. No blame, no bitter ending, no villain in the room, just a love that left politely. Kindness can be sad too.
I wake up with the sunlight falling softly on the floor. The city starts its morning, but I still look for yours. I pour myself some coffee, let it cool beside the sink, and every little silence gives me too much room to think. I tell myself I'm moving one small step at a time, but even when I'm walking forward, you're somewhere in the line. My day leans toward you, no matter what I do. Every hour bends a little, like it knows where I belong. My heart leans toward whole day letting go, then miss you by the song. The afternoon is gentle, but it doesn't feel complete. There's a chair across the table where your laughter used to be. I smile at passing strangers, I almost feel alright. Then the evening starts to lower, and you come back with the light. Maybe love becomes a habit that the body won't forget. Maybe missing you is just my heart paying its debt. My day leans toward you, no matter what I do. Every hour bends a little, like it knows where I belong. My heart leans toward you, even when I try not to. I spend the whole day letting go, then miss you by the song. Someday the sky won't carry the color of your name. Someday I'll hear the piano and it won't sound like pain. But tonight the moon is leaning against my window too, and everything I try to hold still falls back into you. My day leans toward you, but I'm learning how to stand with all this love still living in the hollow of my hands. My heart leans toward you, softer than before, not asking you to come back, just missing what we were. So I'll close the day quietly, let the last note fade from view. Tomorrow I'll begin again, and try not to lean toward you.
The moon was on the table, like a quiet glass of wine. You were looking out the window, I was running out of lines. I had 1,000 feelings, but I dressed them up as jokes. Some hearts are full of music, but afraid to play a note. I almost said I loved you when the night was turning blue, but the words stayed in the silence like they always learned to do. Words left under the moonlight, still waiting to be heard. All the things I never told you, living in one little word. Words left under the moonlight, soft enough to disappear. I was close enough to love you, but too scared to make it clear. You smiled like you were leaving, though you hadn't said goodbye. And I kept pretending nothing was breaking in your eyes. The piano in the corner played a song we didn't know. Maybe it was trying to tell us what we couldn't say alone. Some goodbyes begin quietly before they touch the door. Some love stays in the almost and becomes a little more. Words left under the moonlight, still waiting to be heard. All the things I never told you, living in one little word. Words left under the moonlight, soft enough to disappear.
disappear. I was close enough to love you, but too scared to make it clear. If I had been braver, would your hand have stayed in mine? Would the moon have kept our secret for another little while? Now every silver evening brings me back to where we stood, with all the words I buried, trying to become the truth. Words left under the moonlight, I carried them alone. They never reached your heart, so they made mine their home. Words left under the moonlight, still shining after you. The love I never said out loud was the deepest thing I knew. So let the moon remember what my lips could never do. Words left under the moonlight still belong to you. Nothing much, the sky was gray. I made my coffee the usual way. The radio played something slow, and I thought of you before I could say no. Nothing much, I walked downtown, watched the rain touch the ground. People passed with places to be. I just kept your ghost with me. It's not a storm, it's not a cry, it's just your name passing by. A little ache I almost miss, a quiet pain that feels like this. Nothing much, just missing you in the afternoon, in the fading blue, in every small thing I go through. Nothing much, just missing you. Nothing much, just one more night with your memory sitting by the light. I tell myself I'm almost through, but nothing much, I'm missing you. Nothing much, the tea got cold. I laughed at something I wasn't told. Your favorite chair looked lonely too, like it had learned to wait for you. I'm getting good at being fine, at changing roads, at killing time. But some old songs don't ask permission, they just arrive and make me listen. It's not the end that hurts me most, it's how you stay when you're a ghost. Soft as jazz, late as rain, close enough to start again. Nothing much, just missing you in the afternoon, in the fading blue, in every small thing I go through. Nothing much, just missing you. Nothing much, just one more night with your memory sitting by the light. I tell myself I'm almost through, but nothing much, I'm missing you. Maybe love doesn't disappear, maybe it changes atmosphere. From holding hands to empty rooms, from stay a while to hope you do. Someday I'll say your name and smile without the ache staying for a while. But tonight the piano knows the truth, I'm still a little full of you. Nothing much, just missing you. A softer kind of feeling blue, not loud enough to break me through, but deep enough to feel like you. Nothing much, I'll be alright, I'll let you pass me with the night. No big goodbye, no grand excuse, nothing much, just missing you. Nothing much, the rain is done. Morning waits for everyone. I'll close my eyes and make it through. Nothing much, just missing you.
You sat across the table with your hands around the cup. The morning looked so gentle, but your eyes were giving up. I asked about the weather. You smiled and looked away. We both knew something deeper, had nothing left to say. The room was full of music, but quiet in between. Two hearts trying to hold on to what we used to mean. Until the coffee gets cold, I'll pretend we're still okay. Like your hand is almost reaching, like you're not already far away. Until the coffee gets cold, let me sit inside this light just a little longer with you before we say goodbye. The spoon kept turning circles like my thoughts around your name. No matter how I stirred it, nothing tasted quite the same. You said, I'm really sorry. I said, I understand. But love was breaking softly right there between our hands. Some endings don't come crying, they don't fall apart out loud. They just sit across the table and slowly look down. Until the coffee gets cold, I'll pretend we're still okay. Like your hand is almost reaching, like you're not already far away. Until the coffee gets cold, let me sit inside this light just a little longer with you before we say goodbye. Maybe if we don't move, the moment won't be gone. Maybe if I don't ask, you won't say you're moving on. But steam fades from the window, and time don't wait for love. I can feel the ending rising from the silence between us. Until the coffee gets cold, I'll remember how we were when your laugh was still my morning and my heart still felt like yours. Until the coffee gets cold, I'll let the last warmth stay. Then I'll watch you leave the table and take my heart away. The cup is empty now, the light is turning blue. I stayed until the coffee got cold because I wasn't ready to lose you.
We used to move in rhythm, like the rain knew where to fall. Your hand would find my shoulder before I had to call. Now the room is playing softer, like a song that lost its key. You're still close enough to notice notice, but too far away to reach. Maybe love don't always break. Sometimes it fades in tune, like the last note of a piano leaving too soon. We drift like music, slowly out of time, still beautiful in pieces, but no longer mine. We drift like music, softly, note by note, a melody we used to know, learning how to let go. We don't fight like strangers, we don't hold like before. We just smile across the silence and call it nothing more. Your voice is still familiar, but it doesn't bring me home. Isn't it the saddest thing to feel lonely when you're not alone? I think we both can hear it, the ending underneath, a quiet little harmony. Running out of breath, we drift like music, slowly out of time, still beautiful in pieces, but no longer mine. We drift like music, softly, note by note, a melody we used to know, learning how to let go. If we had stopped the song sooner, would it hurt a little less? Or would I still remember how your heartbeat filled my chest? Some love doesn't leave in thunder, some goodbye never screams. It just plays a little slower till it disappears in dreams. We drift like music, tender, almost kind. Two hearts losing rhythm, but afraid to say goodbye. We drift like music, I'll let the silence grow. Thank you for the song we were, even if it ends alone. The last note is fading, but I won't call it wrong. We drift like music, and I'll miss our song.
The street was gold that evening, like the sun forgot to leave. You laughed into your coffee, and it sounded good to me. We didn't know the moment was already turning old. We were young enough to keep it like a song we'd never close. Now time has changed the weather, and we've both learned different ways. But somewhere in the silence I can still hear that day. We're still singing that day in a soft and distant key. Every note we left behind comes back quietly to me. We're still singing that day, though the ending moved along. You're not here beside me now, but we never lost the song. I passed the little corner where you held my hand too long. The city plays another tune, but my heart knows our old one. I thought goodbye would end it, like the last chord fading out. But love is hidden melodies that time can't live without. Maybe we were temporary, maybe that was always true. But some brief little seasons stay forever out of tune. We're still singing that day in a soft and distant key. Every note we left behind comes back quietly to me. We're still singing that day, though the ending moved along. You're not here beside me now, but we never lost the song. If I could meet that version of us before the fall, I wouldn't beg for forever, I'd just listen to it all. The laugh, the light, the almost, the love we couldn't save. Some memories don't disappear, they just learn how to play. We're still singing that day, a little lower than before, not asking to be repeated, not knocking at your door. We're still singing that day, and I'll let the music be. You were once a beautiful song that knew every part of me. So when the evening softens and the old tune finds its way, I won't call it missing you. We're just still singing that day.
You said goodbye so softly, like a glass set on the floor. Nothing broke between us, but nothing felt like before. I watched you take your coat, the room forgot to breathe. One little word was over, but it didn't end in me. I thought the hardest part would be watching you walk away, but the night kept getting longer after you couldn't stay. It's a night longer than goodbye, longer than the tears I hide, longer than the last look you left inside my eyes. It's a night longer than goodbye. I keep losing you in time. You were gone in a moment, but you stayed the whole night. The clock keeps moving forward, but my heart is running late. I make a cup of coffee just to have something to wait. Your silence on the sofa, your shadow by the door. I never knew a leaving could leave behind so much more. Maybe endings are small, but the echo takes its time. Maybe love says goodbye once, and the heart replies all night. It's a night longer than goodbye, longer than the tears I hide, longer than the last look you left inside my eyes. It's a night longer than goodbye. I keep losing you in time. You were gone in a moment, but you stayed the whole night. Someday morning will find me without your name on my lips. Someday I'll close this window and not remember your kiss. But tonight the moon is heavy and the piano sounds like rain. Every note keeps asking why love couldn't dark somehow. Even if my heart is breaking, it's still beating now. It's a night longer than goodbye. Still I'll let your memory fly. Love can leave in a whisper, an echo for a lifetime. So I'll sit with the silence till the morning learns to rise. You were one short goodbye in a night that won't end tonight.
We used to sound like Sunday, soft coffee, morning light. Your laughter on the sofa, my hand in yours at night. Now every word between us falls quiet on the floor. The melody is familiar, but it doesn't shine no more. I don't know when it changed, maybe slowly, maybe small. One day we were singing, the next we missed the call. Love is half a note lower than the song we used to play. Still sweet enough to hold me, but too sad to make you stay. Love is half a note lower, almost right, but not the same. We're dancing through the ending, trying not to say its name. You still ask how my day was, I still say I'm alright. But kindness feels like distance when it's only being polite. We don't break like thunder, we don't cut like glass. We just fade into the silence of a love that couldn't last. Maybe hearts can lose their key before they lose their place. Maybe goodbye starts quietly behind a gentle face. Love is half a note lower than the song we used to play. Still sweet enough to hold me, but too sad to make you stay. Love is half a note lower, almost right, but not the same. We're dancing through the ending, trying not to say its name. If we raise it one more time, could we find the old refrain? Or would the truth still tremble underneath the pain? I won't blame the music for changing as it goes. Some songs are still beautiful even when they close. Love is half a note lower, but I'll listen till the end, to the softest part of losing what I thought would never bend. Love is half a note lower, now I finally understand. We were not out of love, we just couldn't sing again. So let the last chord linger, let it fade into the blue. Love is half a note lower, and it still sounds like you.
Your name sounds like jazz when it falls into the room, soft around the edges like a late night tune. I hear it in the rain half-lit avenue. Every little blue note takes me back to you. I thought I'd learn the melody of living without us, but one word changes everything. My heart gives up. Your name sounds like jazz, slow and sad and sweet. A song I never asked for, but it always finds me. Your name sounds like jazz in a lonely minor key. Every time I hear it, you come back to me. I don't say I miss you, I just let the record play. Let the piano tell the truth I hide throughout the day. The city keeps on moving, couples pass me by, but your name starts a rhythm I can't leave behind. Some loves don't disappear, they change into a sound, something low and beautiful that follows me around. Your name sounds like jazz, slow and sad and sweet. A song I never asked for, but it always finds me. Your name sounds like jazz in a lonely minor key. Every time I hear it, you come back to me. Maybe someday I'll hear your name and only smile a little. Maybe the pain will lose its edge and turn into something gentle. But tonight the saxophone cries like it knows what I can't say. I loved you in the silence, and I miss you the same way. Your name sounds like jazz, still warm after goodbye. A little broken, almost bright, like moonlight in my eyes. Your name sounds like jazz, but I'm learning how to breathe. Even when the old song plays, I won't fall completely. So let the music fade, let the night move past. You were once my favorite song. Now your name sounds like jazz.
All day I wear a lighter face, like I don't miss a thing. I laugh at all the little jokes, I answer when they ring. But when the city softens down and windows turn to blue, the quiet pulls a chair for me and fills the room with you. I'm fine until the moon comes in and tells the truth somehow. Some feelings wait for darkness to finally speak out loud. My heart comes late at night when the world is out of sight, when I'm too tired to pretend I'm not still loving you. My heart comes late at night with your name under the light. I spend the day letting go, then miss you like I never knew. The coffee cup is empty now, the song is almost done. I thought I left you somewhere far beneath the morning sun, but Love has quiet footsteps. It knows where I still ache. It finds me in the silence I was too proud to break. Maybe I'm not over you, I'm only good at noon. But every honest part of me comes walking back too soon. My heart comes late at night when the world is out of sight, when I'm too tired to pretend I'm not still loving you. My heart comes late at night with your name under the light. I spend the day letting go, then miss you like I never knew. Someday I'll meet the evening without falling apart. Someday your memory won't unlock my heart. But tonight the piano's playing something soft and slow, and I'm the only one here who still can't let you go. My heart comes late at night, but I won't call it wrong. It loved you in the quiet for a little too long. My heart comes late at night, still learning to be kind to the part of me that loses you again, one night at a time. When morning finds my window, I'll smile and say I'm fine. But my heart comes late at night and stays with you till I